Shares of Samsara falling as much as 11% today before paring those losses into the close, ending up down just about 4.5%. Investors partially looked in on a small annual recurring revenue beat as a potential sign of some tariff-related caution from Samsara's customers. The Internet of Things companies otherwise posting a strong quarter across the board and guidance as well. Joining us now in a First on CNBC interview is Sanjit Biswas, Samsara CEO and co-founder. Always good to see you, Sanjit. I want to focus in on safety and productivity of large equipment. You actually spent quite a bit of time on this on the call, mentioning Sterling Crane in particular, and the effect of uncertainty on your customers really wanting to control as much as they can using your software. Give me a sense of what it is that customers are getting out of that software right now.
Sure. Well, first, John, thanks for having me on. Sterling Crane is a great example. They're a big crane rentals company up in Canada. Think the large industrial cranes used to build stadiums and other large facilities. For them, they're trying to be as efficient as they can with assets like those cranes. So they want to make sure they're available, which means they're maintained correctly. There's no unplanned downtime. And they want to make sure they have the right number of them and in the right locations. They can do all of that with data, whether it's fault code intelligence that we're able to pull from the devices, or just simply knowing about asset utilization and really how often these things are being used in the field. So it's all about operating smarter using data.
How is the uncertainty of these tariff windows and questions about the amounts, how is that affecting the way customers plan out exactly what they're going to spend on other things, including your software?
So the world of physical operations it's very asset intensive. We were talking about industries like construction, like the crane company that I was referring to earlier, or even the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport is a customer of ours, and other kind of large asset heavy industries like that. So for them, they're very much tariff impacted. They're procuring a lot of equipment. And so they're really trying to be smart about those buying decisions, and they want to drive up efficiencies. So we play very well into that. All that being said, they're always just recalculating how to run their operations. These are businesses that have been around in many cases over 100 years. So they're used to changes in the economic climate. They're just trying to be as smart as they can about how they operate.
You've got a product and service that's kind of like Apple's AirTags, but for industrial equipment. And we've talked in the past about how that product sale leads to a longer tail of service possibilities. What update can you give on the rate of deployment of those tags and the sort of business opportunities you're seeing crop up as they get deployed?
So the tags have been very popular across different industries. They can be used for everything from locating lost or stolen goods to understanding where something is in a large job site, it might be a 40, 50 acre site, to also just understanding utilization. So a lot of different use cases that have been very strong. And again, it's about pulling in data from the field, figuring out ways to really understand what's going on out there. I think it's early days for us. There's a lot of different types of equipment out in the field. And that also includes not just industries like construction, but in service industries, they have to show up prepared. They have to have the right tools on board. So we're seeing a lot of customers pair this together with our telematics and safety offerings and really find a way to digitize their entire operation.
How much is the desire to control insurance costs factoring into what your customers are doing? How big a piece of your business would you say that is now?
It's really significant. For us, we're selling a platform. Safety is a real cornerstone for us. And in many cases, our customers, they spend tens of millions of dollars on accident or insurance payouts. So if they can reduce their risk in the field, they see direct financial benefit, and they can simply keep their front line safer. So it's a huge driver for us. But again, it's part of this broader digitization story we're seeing.
Interesting look into an under-digitized part of the economy. Sanjit Biswas, thank you.